Hi guys, welcome back to my XVS guide. Now I'm gonna review Aileen, so let's begin from her stats. So I can say that her normal and brave ship form are about the same, but the point here is her brave ship form is simply better, because like you can see that on her brave ship form she gets 150% machine and stone killer. Okay, so it is obvious you want to stay on brave ship form. Too bad that she cannot stay there forever, because you can only stay like 2 turns, but it's okay, you will see later on her rotation. And sure, you may see that she is flexible, she can become true dual wield or true double hand, but again, make sure you make her into true double hand, because she doesn't have plus 6 times change damage modifier. So yes, pay that in mind. Okay, and I must say her normal, I must say that it's simply like her transition form, okay, because you don't ever want to spend lots of time on that form, especially in terms of attacking the enemy, okay. So I don't need to complain anything about her normal form. So again, let's take a look on her abilities. So her normal form is basically a support form, because yes, she able to chain with Stardust Ray, but she doesn't have triple cast, so she is not a good Stardust Ray chainer. Okay, only dual wield if you make her into true dual wielder. Okay, and she has 100% machine killer buff to all allies. This is very nice because this can also work for your magician. Okay, so that means you can use her on magic base party, okay, for this machine killer buff. And she also gives you 230% attack and magic buff, which probably not that useful because most DPS already able to buff themselves. For Grandis ability, this is really nice if you really need to do fast setup. Okay, let's say like dark vision, when you need to defeat the trial as fast as possible, because yes, how fast you can clear the trial count into your scores. Okay, and this is good because this will give you 30 limit bursts to all allies. Okay, maybe not enough to fill them to full, but that 300% fast LBV rate, I believe you can use your LB on the next turn immediately because of this. Okay, and her limit burst, it is rubbish. Okay, you don't ever want to use this limit burst on normal form. And the good thing is she can entrust her limit burst to one ally, so at least that's quite good. But again, you don't want to do that because you want to use her limit burst on brave ship form. So let's take a look on her brave ship abilities. So on her brave ship form, she can use triple cast, but it is unique selection only. That means she cannot become good chainer. Okay, so another problem with her brave ship form is her strongest attack is locked to earth element. So if you fight the enemy who resists against earth, okay, let's say the resistance like 150% or maybe absorb earth element, you don't want to use Aileen, because that means you won't get lots of benefit from Imperil. Okay, and for Grandis ability, it is 200% machine and stone killer for herself. Amazing. Okay, you can use this 3 times, and so she can deal insane amount of damage when you fulfill 2 conditions. First, your enemy cannot be resist against earth. Second, it is machine or stone. Okay, and the rotation is pretty simple. On the first turn, you want to use custom drill. Okay, it will buff her attack by 300%. Awesome. And second action is soil erosion or pile driver. I prefer pile driver because the Imperil lasts for 3 turns. It is really crappy, I must say. Okay, because soil erosion, it lasts only 0 turns, but only 125%. So I'm not sure what they are thinking. I wish this one like 200% Earth Imperil, because this lasts only for 0 turns, guys. So really, this is rubbish. Simply use Pile Driver Plus, and then on last action, Mantle Driver. Okay, this is 175 times Earth physical damage. It also increase your limit burst damage on the next turn, so it is obvious what you should need to do on the next turn. Actually, you don't need to use Pile Driver, okay? Simply use an ability which match your need. Let's say you already have other characters who are able to imperil Earth element, then simply use 80% defense break to enemy. Okay, so match your need. And on the next turn, on the second turn, use your limit burst. Your limit burst is really powerful, but again, it is locked to Earth element. Kinda annoying, okay? But at least she has 250% limit burst damage boost, okay? From passive, and 150% from active ability, okay? And yes, that deal 420 times damage, quite amazing. You can deal more if you equip limit burst damage boost equipment. Okay, so it is nice damage, but again, it is not on Tifa level. Okay, but if you fight against Machine and Stone, then maybe she can surpass Tifa if you use her Grandes, okay, because it is totally insane. Okay, so enough about abilities, now let's talk about equipment. So like Tifa, her standard form, you only need to focus on survivability, because basically on standard form, you only use buffing abilities for your party, and then on the next turn, you're gonna move back to Brave Ship form. On Brave Ship form, focus on building her offensive moves, okay? Through double hand, attack stats, and limit burst damage. And again, make her into true double hand, because she doesn't have +6 time change damage modifier. And another good thing about Aileen is she almost able to equip all weapons, maybe all weapons, not almost, okay? And you can find lots of good two-handed weapon, for example, like Furion Neo Vision STMR, that's really good, that will give you limit burst damage boost. You can also equip, let's say, like Nameless Phoenix Jake or whatever, Gunner Jake, okay, which increase your limit burst damage. Equip those weapons so you can max her limit burst damage. And for accessories or abilities, you can see it here on the screen. Okay, they are really good for limit burst damage. Okay, so enough about equipment. Now let's talk about partner. So for partner, I think the only character I can recommend is Mastermind Son, because yes, he can extend your 200% Machine and Stone Killer buff. Okay, I know the her Grandes ability can be used for 3 times, but if you need it more than 3 times, then Mastermind Son is the answer. Okay, but yes, I believe the enemy probably dead after even before 3 times of your 3-time usage of your Grandes ability. Okay, now for abilities level up priorities, I must say the first ability you need to awaken is Mental Drive, because yes, it will set up for your limit burst. Okay, it will increase limit burst damage. It can deal awesome damage on that turn when you don't use your limit burst. And then the second ability, Expert Weapon Engineer. This is a must upgrade. Basically, I can say that those two abilities must upgrade if you want to use Aileen, because they increase your limit burst damage. After that, I don't think you need them. Like Revamp Arms, unless you want to have Machine Killer buff for other characters, then you don't need this one. And the rest abilities, I must say, not relevant or important anymore, okay? Because you don't want to stay on normal form, and she cannot be used as a triple cast Stardust Ray Chainer. So why do you want to level up your Pile Driver? Because it stays, because what you want to get from Pile Driver is Earth Imperil And the Earth in Peril stays the same, 120% on all levels. So you definitely don't need to awaken this one. But again, another important thing is for abilities awakening. If you want to use Aileen, then make sure you awaken her abilities using your crest. Okay, only passive, no need for active abilities because you won't use them anyway. Okay, so enough about partner and abilities. My conclusion for Aileen, I can say that Aileen is machine and stone destroyer. Okay, she's really good against those enemies. She can really obliterate those type of enemies, but pay attention, make sure those enemies don't resist against Earth, because if those enemies have resist against Earth, then better pick another characters. Okay, and for another thing, really I don't have anything again to say about Aileen, but yes, she's very niche characters. Okay, and that's it, nothing good. For STMR, it is very good, especially on this Neo Vision era, because we kinda easily max our attack stats, offensive stats. Okay, so when that happen, we need this type of equipment which increase killers. Okay, killers really make difference on today. So this has 4 killers, definitely good accessory. Okay, very amazing, can be used by lots of physical DPS. But for her Trust Mastery word, I must say it's kind of crappy, because yeah, basically you want to make her into true double hand. And yes, Earth Spear, kind of niche weapon. Okay, spear, so I don't think you need to chase her. Okay, so yep, I think that's all you need to know about Aileen. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Pro X vs Guide. Bye bye guys.